we're going to measure your hip abduction. And what that is you're just going to move your hip or your leg laterally as far as you can. But we're going to do that while maintaining dorsiflexion of your ankle, and we're going to keep your foot facing forward. Okay, so we don't want it to turn, we don't want you to compensate by rotating your hip or lifting your hip. Okay, so go ahead and lay in the supine position. All right, I'm going to place the goniometer, the axis, on the ASI, going across your torso there with the fixed arm, and the movable arm is going to be aligned with your femur. So whenever you are ready, you can begin adduction. Okay, you can relax. Okay, I'm going to line it up again. Find your ASI, and you can begin hip abduction again. Okay, you can relax. All right, thank you, Mylene. We'll move. Mylene, so for this next segment, we're going to assess your hip adduction, right? So the opposite movement of what we just did. Okay. So laying in the supine position again, we're going to have you hang this leg off a little bit and open, and then the leg we're measuring will be at neutral. And again, keeping the ankle dorsiflexed, face forward, we're going to have you adduct, right? So we're going to have you actually move it as far in towards your body as you can, and we'll get your measurement there for flexibility and hip adduction.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead and lay down in the supine or on your back position. Very, very good with your position here with this leg. Making sure that this leg, if you don't mind, move it to neutral. And again, I'm going to place the goniometer's axis at your ASIS and across the fixed arm across your torso here. And whenever you're ready to begin hip adduction, very good, we'll get that measurement. Okay, you can go ahead and relax. All right, and line this up again at neutral, keeping it dorsiflexed and face forward. Whenever you are ready, all right, very good, you can relax. All right. Okay, so for this flexibility assessment, you can actually be sitting. We're going to measure hip internal and external rotation. So just like in the position you are, we're going to keep your legs in a neutral position with your feet dorsiflexed. And I'm going to start by measuring your right hip, and you're going to externally rotate. So what that looks like is you're going to come here while you're sitting, and you're going to rotate your foot out as far as you can go. And that's external rotation. And then the next one we're going to do is we're going to measure internal rotation, which is as far as you can go inward. Okay. So we're going to start by external rotation. Place the axis just right on your patella here, with the fixed arm lined up with your shin or your tibia. So whenever you are ready, you can begin external rotation. All right, very good. You can relax. All right, very good. And we will do it again one more time. Go ahead and relax one more time. All right, try it for me one more time. Very good. Okay, you can relax. All right, perfect. Thank you, Mylene. I'm gonna write these down. Okay, so now, as we described earlier, we're going to measure the internal rotation of the hip. I'm going to place the goniometer in the same spot on top of the patella here for the axis of rotation. with the fixed arm aligned with your shin or your tibia. And whenever you are ready, you can begin adduction. All right, you can relax. 38. All right, we're gonna measure this one more time. Let me get it aligned here, and you can begin whenever you are ready. All right, you can relax. 38. All right, thank you, Melanie. We'll move on to your next part. Okay, on this next part of our flexibility assessment, we're going to measure your flexibility in your knee, specifically in knee flexion. You're going to be doing this from the supine position again, just laying on your back and with your foot dorsiflexed. All you're going to do is move your right knee through flexion as far as you can bend it, and I'll get the measurement from there. So if you can go ahead and please lay on your back. Okay, and I will place the goniometer on the lateral epicondyle of your femur, and the fixed arm will be aligned with your femur, and the movable arm aligned here with your shin or your tibia. Okay, so whenever you are ready, you can begin knee flexion as far as you can go. Okay, and relax for me. All right. Got it, 126. And again, go ahead. Check here. And you can relax. 126. All right, Mylene, for this last flexibility assessment, we're actually going to measure the flexibility in your ankles, specifically in dorsi and plantar flexion. All that is with your foot starting at a 90-degree angle. If you're going to plantar flex, you're going to point your toe as far as you can down. And then if you're going to dorsiflex, again from the 90-degree angle, you're going to move it up towards your shin as far as you can go. And then we'll get your measurements from there. Okay. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll start here with your left ankle. The axis will be placed on the lateral malleolus, or just kind of this big ankle bone right here, with the fixed arm parallel running up to your patella, and the fixed arm will align right here against your foot, the side of your foot, or fifth metatarsal. So go ahead and keep this at, you want this at 90 degrees. This right here, 90 degrees. And if you want to start with dorsiflexion, you can go ahead and move your ankle up towards your shin. Okay, you can relax. 19. All right, we're going to do this one more time. And on your mark, you can begin. Okay, you can relax. Okay. Now we are going to do the opposite. We're going to plantar flex. So again, from that 90-degree angle, you're going to point your toe down as far as you can go. We'll have the fixed arm against that lateral malleolus here. And on your mark, you may begin. All right, relax. Very good. And one more time, you may begin. All right, you can relax. Very good. For this part of the fitness flexibility assessment, this is called the V sit and reach. We're going to be measuring your hamstring flexibility, and we have here a yardstick that is taped to the ground. The middle tape is 12 inches apart, so you're going to be straddling the yardstick with your heels on either side, and you're going to scoot them back a little bit to the 15-inch marker on the yardstick. There you go. The 15-inch marker is your starting point for your heels, and you're going to be straddling it 6 inches apart, which is why the tape is 12 inches there. You're going to have your knees extended, but slightly flexed. You can relax them. Your hands, you're going to go hand over hand, making sure to keep these parallel with one another. Try not to lead with one arm. Okay, you got to keep them both together. And just track it as you flex forward with your hips, and just track the yardstick as far as you can go.
All right.
Okay, so we're going to try this twice. So go ahead and begin when you're ready. Okay, 17 and a half. A little bit further. Okay, you can relax. 17 3/4 for your second one. We're gonna have to convert this to centimeters, but yeah. Thank you, Marlene.